Okay, so before I carry on, I just want to address a question actually that's been asked a few times, and it's a really good question actually. Unquote, why would you start the front foreground of the layout and not the background? Okay, so when you ask a question like that, you're probing the artist's mind, you know, in this case, Boomer's mind. And okay, fair enough, because I'm on the hook for it. So because I've invited you into my studio. So a diorama is a story in the round, right? Like that's my philosophy and my concept. So if you were going to write a novel or a book, would you write the ending of the story first or would you write the beginning? So I have an idea where I'm going with it, but I want to start in the foreground first because it's the opening chapter of the story. And so every day, you know, everybody needs inspiration. You know, like it doesn't just come all the time. You know, there are a lot of times where I don't feel like doing anything. And but when I look at this in the foreground, I'm inspired. So, you know, the first chapter of the story or the introduction is most important for me on a creative level. As far as the background goes, that can wait. It's being thought through. Believe me, it is. But I'll flesh that out as the story unfolds, okay? And speaking of unfolding, let's have a look at the reef and the sandbar, okay? How's everybody doing? So as you can see, I'm modeling the sandbar. See, nothing is ever really finished at the first phase, meaning the first layer, like all these layers in here, right? So you got the pink foam, and then you got about 3 or 4 layers of different sized rocks. So I sifted the rocks, I laid the big chunks in first over the foam, arranged things a little bit, tweaked things here and there, and then I sealed that in place. Because you don't want to just throw it all on at once, because it looks like you've just thrown it all on at once. Like this is what I mean by modeling. Like a lot of these larger rocks were thought through. There's one that can be moved, see. That's how I approach things. You know, I like to stand back, take my time. You can see that I'm building up with golden coarse molding paste here. This first layer, well, I've been experimenting down on this end, but built up more of a thicker layer of sand. The river flows this way. And this is kind of a bay in here, according to the prototype. So there's going to be all different types of currents coming through here, plus the tide that pushes against the river. From this point on up to where I live in Fort Langley, 50 miles. Past that actually goes to Mission, BC, is tidal. Okay, so you got all this fresh water coming down the mighty Fraser with silt and sand. And then you got the sea, the Howe Sound salt water coming up too and raising the tide. So you got all kinds of stuff going on, right? This will be a bit of an eddy that goes in here under the barge slip. So I'm using a little bit of artistic license here because what I want to do is I want to create a little bit of a sandbar here because their sandbars are all over the Fraser. And what's a river without a sandbar, right? We never think of that. We just run things to the edge and then flood the thing with resin, which I won't be doing, by the way. And I'll explain my reasoning for that later. But right now I just want to take my time. I want to make sure that, you know, that this edge makes sense and has a nice kind of composition to it, because there's a lot of water surface on this particular module A over this way, and I want to create a you know, like a gentle sort of transition into the slope further on into module B. So I want to really make sure, so this is the foreground scene here. I really want to make sure that this is pleasing to the eye. And the beauty of this stuff here is you can build up layers over top, and if you put a fan on it, boy, does it ever kick nicely. Like, not too fast, but you can really work it. And the drier it gets, the more you can stipple it and stuff. Like, I really recommend this. Fiber paste as well for all you modelers that want to do, you know, waterfront scenery. Boy, you're really missing out if you don't get a tub or two of this. Like, start with one tub. They're about $20, I think, Canadian, but they go a long ways. And then to get into here in the rock here, like, it's fairly thick, you know. Like, I'll just show you. You can see it's fairly thick, right? Okay. See? Sticky too. And but if you want to really get into shaping, it's just water-based. Like here, like I just put it in with a knife or a brush, and then I add more water and just stab it in. Like, I'll do some more, but and then it just works in like sand, right? You want the sand, like the tide up and down, builds up in here, and the rocks. And then when you can build it really thick, this too, and then you can just push rocks down into it. You know, take your time with the shoreline. Like, try to, like, walk away and then come back. Look at photographs, you know, take your time with it, because, man, I'm telling you, if you do, you'll really, really impress yourself, and you'll end up with a far more convincing and immersive looking model rather than just rushing and being in a hurry. This is my philosophy behind the, you know, the diorama style shelf layout, is you get to focus and learn this part of the art. And when you learn this, you can spread it out more into larger areas, right? It's all part and parcel of the whole procedure and method, right? But when you focus in like this, you learn about stuff like that, right? I'm not a geologist. I'm just an artist. I just look at things that I see in the world and study them like anybody else does. And I know a lot of you do that. So yeah, so this is working out pretty good here. And you know, I really want to spend some time and cover this, because this is, I think, really important to the community, especially for those that want to model in this way. There may be, you know, things that people can glean from this. There's maybe a lot of people already know about this, and that's great too. But anyway, this is the real fun stuff for me, okay?